In this video, I want to talk about several different reactions that a narcissistic ex might have to you living your best life and you moving forward with that best life, probably with somebody else. Number 1, they might be in denial that you have, in fact, moved on. You have to remember, as if you could ever forget, a narcissist is all about the ego. You leave them. Since when? Move on? Yeah, right. So you might get texts or emails or phone calls that harass you and ask you for every intimate detail about your new love, new relationship, new job, or whatever it is that you have that's happening that's just super awesome, and the narcissist cannot get a handle on what's happening. It can really be hard for them to stomach and process that they, in fact, aren't all that great and you're very okay with your whole moving on process. Number 2, they might promise to change. After getting an eye full of a narc-free you might get those hoovers with those promises to change. Maybe they're super mature and they're passing notes to their flying monkeys to reach out to you to tell you to get in touch with them. But either way this goes, they will promise you the world and the moon if they feel like maybe they can get back into your life and get something out of it. They want you back in this super shitty situationship that you literally just got out of. Number 3, they might say that they want you back. We have to talk about the classics, don't we? The I love you, I miss you, I want you back. It's an extremely common hoover that a lot of us get once the narcissist sees that we have something or someone or both that's better than they were in our lives. Buyer beware. They never want to get back into a relationship. They never want a stable, healthy, happy relationship. They didn't when you used to be with them. They did not want one during the little interim and the little cool off period while you're moving on with your life. And they sure as hell don't want a good, healthy relationship now. All they want, regardless of what they promise you, is you to promise that they can continue to abuse you. Number 4, they launch the smear campaign. We'll keep it going with the classics, the old faithful that will always happen. A narcissist is going to talk shit about you no matter what after a breakup. They're too petty to help themselves, and they need to do this. Even if they're the one who did the breaking up, they'll talk shit about you. But if all of a sudden they've been replaced, or you got the promo, or a new car, the sweet condo, it ramps up, and a second wave, so to speak, of a smear campaign might begin to whirl around. This is especially true if you have someone new in your life romantically and this person is an ex. All of a sudden, the smear campaign is going to bump up to max level 5. But I do want to take a small sliver of time to say, if you're moving on and you're going out dating again, there is nothing wrong with that. There is life and there is love after dealing with somebody who's highly toxic and highly narcissistic, or maybe just super fucking messed up. If you feel like anyone is watching you on social media or working for the narcissist and trying to reach out to you or to somebody who you're dating, there is nothing wrong, I have to say this, with keeping your private life off of social media. When two people are adults, believe it or not, they can actually be together without posting it online. I know. I've seen me do it more than once. I have been in a full-fledged relationship with somebody and been able to keep it off social media, and yet I have not been crushed over the course of my life. I have been okay. It will be okay if the whole world actually doesn't know all of your business. So if you want the smear campaign possibly kept slightly more to a minimum, keep your business your business. Number 5, they play the victim to try to get close to you again. Maybe you're not lucky in love, but maybe you have found your way into other different kinds of success after the breakup. The stock market, the new car, the new place, whatever. A narcissist can and will take this opportunity to reach out and play the victim, letting you know you have all of this really cool stuff, you have this cool lifestyle, or maybe even this new cool person, and they, boo-hoo, have nothing. They don't have as much money as you. They live in a hobo chic apartment, but now you're doing better. They're going to cry and ask for your help, or maybe even guilt you and make you feel terrible for what you have that they don't. Maybe they push you to get back together. It's all code for, let me get a piece of that success that you now have going on. They will play the victim just to get close to reap every possible benefit they think they may get from you. If you'd like to talk one-on-one about what you're going through or what you've gone through in a toxic relationship, you can email BookAChatWithJess@gmail.com to set up private chats with me. Number 6, they just flat out pretend like it doesn't bother them. There are narcissists who just truly don't care what's happening with you. Probably because you're on the back burner, they have new supply. Maybe they can't sweat you right now. Maybe they can't really afford to care about what you're doing, or they care, but they have to worry about it later because maybe they're grooming a new person. We have to remember we're not hot to trot forever. They're grooming new people. They're finding new people. They're going through their rosters, going through their rotations, and figuring out where everybody else falls in the hierarchy of their narcissistic harem of people. We are not always number one, especially when we're moving on with our lives. And frankly, it's a little bold to assume that we're always number one. We fall down through those ranks pretty fast, as I'm sure you know. Even if some of them are bothered by what you're doing, like I say, they might not necessarily act on it. Sometimes they do want to act on it. You might still be number one for longer than you would think, but a narcissist is only going to approach you if they think something will work. So ask yourself, if they reach out to you, would you respond? If the answer is no, are you pretty sure they know you won't? I know I won't get reached out to because I'm not going to respond. So why on earth would they continue to waste their time? There's so many other things that they could be doing with their life besides reaching out to me because I won't answer. So you have to remember they only do this if they're getting something from it. And if they're not getting anything, they move on. Number 7, they will absolutely straight up sabotage your new relationship. Telling lies, spreading gossip about the person that you're seeing, suggesting to you that there's something wrong with the person that you're seeing, making you think less of this person who you're dating, setting you and the one you're dating up against each other, and using triangulation to turn both of you on each other and maybe even get you to team up with the narcissist. These are just a few things that can happen. The more petty a narcissist is, the more you could potentially expect something like this to happen. And I go back to keep your private life private until you have enough time to warn or talk to your new partner about, hey, this is a person that was in my life. This is something that they might try to do. I'm going to go ahead and apologize right now for it. And I want you to kind of know what's happening. Number 8, they're jealous. When a narcissist gets really jealous, which is frequently, passive-aggressive behavior can totally make an appearance. They might shit on you or something you have, talk down, talk really negatively, insult you, just really obnoxious things they might try to do to be petty. Just do yourself a solid, even if things are awesome for you in this moment. Don't shove anything in their face. There's truly no need to be petty. You already know you're doing better. They know you're doing better. What else really needs to be done or said? You both know you're the better one here. So just walk away and continue doing what you're doing. Number 9, they just flat out do crazy shit. Sometimes these people just lose it and show you what an actual psychopath really is. They might lash out at you aggressively and say something like, you're cheating on them. When there is no relationship, there's no one to cheat on. There is no more relationship and you're moving on with somebody else, but they are consumed with the fact that you're cheating on them. They might obsessively stalk you for attention, calling you a million times, texting you ad nauseum or popping up in your email over and over on repeat, babbling on the phone maybe, or leaving you voicemails dozens at a time where they're maybe yelling and screaming, just absolute insanity. They might even make a scene in public, start yelling and screaming at you at an event, or maybe blast you online or try. Document all of this shit. Stalking, harassment, screaming, following you, doing mega hella creepy shit. A lot of that is illegal. They're crimes, and you can go after that to the fullest extent if that's something that you want to do. And as far as I'm concerned, it's always something to think about. Don't let somebody continue to do crazy shit in your life. Number 10, they get even more possessive. Narcissists feel a sense of ownership over those who they abuse. They'll continue to abuse, harass, chase, etc. And in a lot of those cases, the more you move on with your life, the more crazy they get and the more possessive they will become. This can ramp up into them becoming physically violent with you, or even more physically violent if that was something that, unfortunately, you've already suffered. They could cause damage to your property. This is a child that we're dealing with. They throw fits, they have tantrums when they're not prepared for things. So we have to prepare for that storm and the aftermath. So protect yourself, survivor. Be smart about what you're doing, be private, and be safe. So tell me what else narcs do when they see you moving the fuck on with your life. If you want extra videos each week, I invite you to become a channel member. I do Q&As and all kinds of other videos. You get access to more content and you help me keep my channel running, which I really appreciate. Like the video, share the video, subscribe, and all the things you know. Thank you so much for listening. Have a great day, survivor, and take care of yourself.